Hey there, and welcome to exercise number 18. In this one, we need to write a function called getMonthOfTheYear that receives a date as a parameter and returns the month of the year as a human-readable string in English. Below I have an example. So if our date represents December 25, 2024 with this hour and this time zone, the output should be December. On the other hand, if our date is in February, like we see in the example below, we should get the output February. Now, if you want to solve this exercise for yourself, click on the link in the description. If not, keep watching. I'm going to go here into the code area and I'm going to show you two solutions. The first one is a bit more to write, but maybe simpler to think of. The second solution is a couple of lines and uses a built-in API, but if you don't know that API, you might not know how to solve it that way. So the first solution is, let's create an array where we put all the months in English. So I'm going to say months in English is equal with, and here I'm going to put January, February, November, and December. Now that we have this array, we can use a built-in function on all our dates that gives us the month of that date as a number. And the number starts from 0 all the way up to 11, right? So month with index 0 is January, the month with index 11 is December. So to solve our function, we can do return months in English of date.getMonth. So again, this API, this function that exists on all dates, is going to give us the month, the index of the month starting from 0 all the way to 11, and then we're going to use that index to get the name we put in this array. So let's test our function. Console log getMonthOfTheYear of, let's say, new date. And we should get December, that's correct. Now let's put a date in February, maybe 2023, February 10. And there we go, we get February. Let's put something in May, and it works. Now, this solution, as you can see, it works, but it's a lot to write, and it doesn't really scale. Now, if you have, let's say, another request that says, okay, now I want the name of the month, but not in English, I want it in Spanish, or I want it in Romanian. What are we going to do? Are we going to duplicate all of those months in our code? It's not the best. So the second solution, which I think is better, and I'm going to comment the first one, is to use an API that's created for these situations. An API that's built to give us various months or various dates in different locales, so for different countries. So I'm going to say return new initl.datetime formatter. So this is the object we have. We create a new formatter for dates and times, and it's an internationalization formatter. And I'm going to say, okay, I want you to format this in English US. And the format I want you to use is month long. This is going to give us only the month of the date, and it's going to be in, let's say, long format. So we're going to get the whole name of the month. Now, after we create this formatter, I can do, okay, format date. And if we look, okay, we get May. Now, we get the same result, but the advantage here is I can change this one. So I can say, okay, instead of English, I want it in Spanish. So I'm going to do this, and there you go. We have it in Spanish. What if I want it in Romanian? There you go. This is how we have it in Romanian. So you can see now our code is easier to work in the future for different languages. So before we finish the video, let's test our code. Let's submit our solution. Let's put English US, test solution, and voila, it works. Cheers, and see you in the next one.